Okay, I think we're live. Welcome to the Rise and Shine Show. Okay, it's the Rise and Shine Show. It's Rise and Shine time. Welcome. Come on in, have a seat. Invite you to come on in. If you are here, leave a comment if you are a live watcher. I'll write it in the comments. Welcome. Hey, Vicky. Good morning. It is morning still, so I can say that. Leave a comment and say hi. Hello. I'm happy to be here. This is the Rise and Shine Show with Sandy J. I'm your host, and I'm excited for today and today's topic. Veronica, you made it. I'm so excited to see you here. How fun. We're going to do notes again. Since that was so not smooth last week, I'm going to just try it again because you just got to keep trying. And it does get easier. We know this, right? We can learn. We can learn new ways. And as much as I just love flowing, it's just so nice to just say whatever comes out. I'm really excited to learn something a little different and follow some sense, some show notes, So today, and let me just get reacquainted with the topic. It's about the immune system, and it's actually in a topic I'm super passionate about, believe it or not. We all have our things. And here's the reasons. We're gonna go over this today, and my intention here is for you to have a new understanding about your immune system and how it works and how it is truly an empowering relationship when you really truly understand the way it's working and the way that you can support it and help it be strong in your life, and then just how that benefits you. I also just want to invite you. Let's invite us. Let's just take a minute if you're willing. Take a minute to this is something I do when I just need to, come back to planet Earth or soothe or connect with my heart, or if I'm feeling rattled, or Precious is here for those who can't see. You can see this little tail. That's her. So something I do, and I'm going to invite you to do this, is you just are going to, if you have your hands, you're not driving or anything, you just take one hand, you're going to put it on your heart. It's kind of like on your heart, but we're actually kind of going to the center because this is your heart chakra. And we're going to put one hand right down below that in your solar plexus. It's like right at the bottom of your rib cage, the top part of your stomach, the softness. And you're just going to put one hand there and one hand on each of those spots. And all we're doing is just using our intention, our loving intention, to just send some love in those areas. Just send some good energy in those areas. And why we do this is for all kinds of reasons. But when I do it, it's like if you're ever feeling anxious, which I always feel a little anxious doing this, especially because I'm typically still printing something, my light's not working. There's always something going on before I push play and I'm trying to get on here. But also, maybe there's outside circumstances that have you feeling like your confidence has been rattled, or your faith has even been rattled, and you're spun out, right? And here we're bringing it back. We're just like bringing it back into our heart. And I want to just like move forward from a place of love and from my heart space. And it can feel super grounding. So if you're willing to give it a try, let me know just how that feels. And we're just going to take a few deep breaths in through your nose, and then just like let it go. Just let it go. Just let it go. I mean, first of all, just breathing feels so good sometimes, right? Do we remember to breathe? Are we breathing? So if you have a minute, and just put some intention into these spaces. You can, if you want, imagine it spinning, these spinning chakras. You can imagine the color green under your heart chakra. Just imagine it spinning beautifully, harmoniously. And I like to imagine the sunshine under my solar plexus, like a golden sunshine ball of spinning chakra. Yeah, and just like let your intention and like care just ground you and soothe those areas and just harmonize here. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I just wanted to do that for us, for all of us. Okay. All right. So back into the show. Back in the show. How'd that feel? Let me know if you can tell me in the comments. And if you're playing the playback, usually there's some kind of comment option as well. But the immune system, why am I so passionate and heartfelt about the immune system? Like, why does that feel like? Because, I like to talk about deep shit. I like to talk about things that really matter and like to get to the nitty gritty. And the immune system is one of those things. And if you imagine that your immune system is like this maybe invisible shield within your body. You can imagine it, an invisible shield within your body, protecting your body, your organs, your cells from invaders of all kinds. And your immune system's job is to protect your vital organs. Oh, I wish you could see Precious. She's just like, don't stop petting me, whatever you do. Protecting your vital organs like your liver and your brain. Your immune system's is there to do this. It's made to protect you. It's like your inner army, right? Or it's ready. It's ready to protect you from any invaders. And we can support that, and by becoming more aware of what could potentially be getting through and diminishing that shield or weakening it, right? Like then just by the awareness of that in itself is super empowering and can provide you with a new perspective that where you have a new relationship with your immune system and even respect for it. And why do we want our immune systems in full force as much as we possibly can, because we don't have a lot of control over all the things that we're exposed to. And if we're not living in a bubble, then that means you're exposed to things all the time. All the time. And I think like in a way like COVID kind of brought that to surface for us, like showed us like, oh yeah, you're right. When you touch the same thing that they just touched and they just touched, you can get that bug gets through, right? But it's not just bugs, pathogens. Let's see, this is what notes are for. So some of the things that can interfere with that strength of your immune system. As I mentioned, you've got your pathogens, chronic stress. Not that you stress, not that anyone here stresses, right? Hey, Chris, welcome. Chronic stress can interfere with your immune system. The news or relationships or work, right? And how that just stuff's every day, right? We can't always avoid that. We're not going to go live on a mountaintop and just be away from stress. So just stress, it can be diminishing the immune system, not just those kind of stressors, but physical stress on your body, stress on your systems, right? So what can stress out your system can be toxins, from the air. It's like there's being alive. The water has, things, anything that is like your immune system has to defend against anything that is considered invasive, which is everything. There's so much, right, that's like not supposed to be in your body. Your body has to deal with anything that you put in there, right? You know, synthetic fragrances. Your body's got to deal with that. Your immune system has to deal with that. Heavy metals and anything we're putting into it, and putting into our body that's like, whether it's even like sometimes supplements can be that way, or medications, or prescription drugs, or even our vaccines, or right? Like our body is trying to defend and put up something to guard us, to protect our organs. That's what it's defending. It's defending your organs, your brain, your liver, your kidneys, right? It's trying to do its best to keep you alive and keep you safe. And so just by being aware of like, am I helping or hurting my immune system right now? Like that's your dehydration. Are you hydrated? Poor hydration can prevent your body from being able to fully remove toxins, right? Toxins in your body keep your immune system down. That was the printer, just kind of talking to me. Pumping your gas, household cleaning products, spraying for pesticides, and buying new clothing, new furniture, shampooing your carpets. Some of the not so pure food we might eat. Not that you do that, right? So there's toxins, there's toxins, there's toxins. We are in a world of toxins. And I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just like, can we just say, okay, we're in a world of toxins. They're everywhere. And our body has to defend ourselves from that. Also, nutrient deficiencies that can bring our immune system down. So, we're not every meal we eat might be the most nutrient dense meal. And I know for myself, I didn't know this for so long. So, growing up on casseroles, those might not have been the most nutrient dense foods, not the kind that are going to help keep your immune system strong, right? So are you getting your nutrients in? Okay, and let's say you are trying to eat some healthy food. You're trying to bring in some healthy food. Are you absorbing that healthy food? Sometimes our systems have been stressed to a point of where absorbing those nutrients can be a challenge. Are you absorbing those nutrients? Taking poor quality soup supplements aren't gonna be sufficient. So let's see, we've got lack of sleep. Lack of sleep can be one of those things. Are we getting enough rest? We know sometimes we're not. We know that. Okay, so it's not about like it's not about like trying to get this all perfect. It's not that you have to like, oh shit, I'm totally, I have toxic fragrances all around my house. I love perfume. I love the smell of gasoline, so I sniff it really hard every time I go. I know that you're out there. I know you. Some of you do that. You love the smell of gasoline. Are you one of those people? So, like, or, you're like, I know I should be drinking more water. I tend to just want to drink Gatorade, or, which is not hydrating, not the kind of hydration your body actually needs to be strong against the invaders. Okay. And that's what we're talking about. So maybe in this conversation you're like, I'm hearing, I think I might be doing a lot of things that can be harmful to my immune system. That's good. That's all. We're just like taking note, because guess what? When you have awareness, you can add some more things to help yourself. You can eliminate some things that aren't helpful. So lack of sleep, like that's one of those things I feel like is almost like a shameful thing, right? Like, are you getting enough sleep? No, I'm not getting enough sleep. Are you drinking enough water? No, I'm not getting it. It's like, it's okay. It's like, let that be like a measuring, like, cool. If I find an area that I'm like, I could do better in that area, that is good. That brings hope. That's a chance that you could do better and that there could be an improvement. So I think it's a good thing when you find areas where you know you can do better, because that means that you can have room for better results and better experience. It's what's hard is when you really are at a loss. You're like, I sleep 8 hours every night. I am the most hydrated person in the world. I have the best supplements. I eat plants and fruit, and I am so well, sourced of nutrients, and I don't do shit right. You do all the things, and you're like, and I'm still suffering. That's a hard place to be. That's a tough place to be, right? So I see these conversations as an opportunity to just see, like, it's actual potential. There's potential here. Yes, that's a good thing. Like, where's your potential? Share with me in the notes if you feel drawn to. Where's your potential of growth? So let's see, back to the beginning. We got stress, an ongoing level of stress. And we're not just talking about elections. We're talking about, are you putting that news on every day and you're just like in it? And are you on your phone and you're looking at what everyone's saying and you're just feeling stressed? And then or maybe you're not even, maybe it's not even that, but your job, it's just always a little stressful, right? So it's like chronic stress, just that ongoing stress. That means you've got, adrenaline. You're in fight or flight. That brings your immune system down, right? Leaves openings for pathogen and for bugs to get in and disease to develop over time. So chronic stress, lack of sleep, dehydration, nutrient deficiencies, exposure to environmental toxins, that kind of stuff. All right. So now you kind of have an idea, but those aren't the only things. You know what else that we don't even really talk about, you don't hear about much, is your hormonal cycle for women. When you are having your monthly cycle, your immune system, is down like 80%. All your resources go to having that cycle. And here's the problem with that. It's like leaving a vulnerability, an exposure. When your immune system down, so I do hair at the salon. I know I'm like around chemicals all day long. And I can feel it sometimes starting to wear on me. Like I can feel like I'm feeling, and I just know, Sandy, you got to pump up that immune system right now, because I can feel that there's like some vulnerabilities. That's leaving the door open for whatever pathogen is coming in. Yes, like I'm not just talking about catching the common cold, catching, first of all, I would say flu season, but it's flu season's always at this point. There's always flu season. So that's around. But it's not just that. There is pathogen that's in your body. Always, all of us, we all have some pathogen. We have bacterias from past infections, ear infections, UTIs, strep, what's your eye infection? I don't know, whatever infection you might have had, right? You've had infections in your body. You've had viruses. I bet you've had a few viruses in your life. So this stuff kind of goes away, but it doesn't always go all the way away. It's still there. It's just like, I'm just going to be quiet for a while and I'm going to kind of camp out. I'm going to camp out deep down in maybe your organs, deep somewhere in your systems. And I'm going to wait until I have an opportunity to creep out and cause a problem. Okay, so this perspective, I hope, can help you understand just kind of like the bigger picture of what we're trying to stay well for. Right? It's like you want to keep those you want to keep that shield strong. You want to keep that shield, force field, I don't know, strong for you, so it can keep you healthy and keep that pathogen, keep those invaders, keep those toxins down and out. Okay? Let me know if that's making sense. Okay, now I'm going to try to find in my notes Yep, I'm lost. Totally lost. This is why I don't like notes. I just can't focus on them. Um, oh. Yeah, I totally lost. I don't even know where that piece went. It doesn't, I can't find it. It doesn't even seem to be here. Well, I was gonna like, I had my actual solutions written down somewhere, but I'm gonna have to just know them. And I do know them. And the other good thing is if you look in the show notes, the description for today, I put in there three different links, and those links lead to PDFs that you can download and copy if you want to make prints, print them out, or if you just want to check them out. And they also include links to different resources. But I wanted to share those with you, and those are super handy little guides to keeping your immune system strong, uplifting that immune system. So some of the things you can do. So it's like I'm not just here to cause problems. I'm not. I'm not here to spread the bad news of pathogens and toxins of our toxic world. No, but I'm not. I'm also not uncomfortable with it, and I think that's important because I'm not. I'm not like trying to hide from the fact that you know it is what it is, or some toxins. I'm like, I'm a pretty overall positive person because that's like, that's not the problem. It's like, there it is, and we can do something about it, right? So you got to see it to know what to do. Otherwise, you're just kind of like trying to do the thing that keep telling you to do. I just keep taking my vitamin C. Why am I still getting sick? Why I'm doing the things. Why am I still, right? Just, but if you understand more and we just can see it, it's like, okay, maybe there's more toxins in my environment than I realized. And, I can do something about that, or I can just not, or whatever, which gives you more power, gives you more control. So some of the things you're going to see on those guides, and I'm going to share with you here right now what you can do. You can remove some of the toxins out of your environment. You can switch products. You can switch to non-synthetic products. It's a big job. You might have a lot of them. For some people, that's a huge job. It could be super expensive. So I would just start with a product a week or something, just or the next time you run out, swap it out for a cleaner product. When I say cleaner, you're going to look for something that's non-toxic, no synthetic fragrances, looking for less synthetic. I did share some with those PDFs, so check those out for some different cleaning products. Or even candles. You love to have candles this time of year, maybe. Use non-synthetic fragrance candles. They exist, right? So you can do that. You can get outside. You can air your house out. Like your house kind of like is there's toxins. There's just kind of, right, all your products and your cleaning and whatever, and new stuff, and has chemicals on it when you buy them, and you just want to air things out like each day. Just open up the windows, open up the door, let the air like move through your house, and just clean that out. Take that away, right? Some of your personal care products, try to move towards a more natural product. So, right, we're just lessening some of the toxins that we have control over, right? We do have some control. We want to make the changes we're willing to make. Some things you're like, no, this is my favorite thing and I'm not getting rid of it. It's like, fine, then just go do the other things. Then do the things that you're less attached to. And, probably, maybe once you start doing it, you become super sensitive to the things that do have chemicals, and you just are like, I can't stand that. I can't stand the smell of that. It's just like, oh, I can smell it. It smells like just not even real, right? You just can totally tell the difference. So that's interesting. But then you can increase your nutrients. Definitely. You can, focus on foods like bananas and papaya and let's see, leafy greens, or some of these bananas, papayas, wild blueberries. Those are some of the most antiviral foods you can eat on the planet, right? So did you know that? Did you know bananas can kill virus? Like that's, you want to eat around antiviral, antibacterial. You want to eat in a way that helps keep out and kill. So that way, if they're in there, and your immune system has to go deal with that. You're like, here, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to eat this banana. Yeah, I'm going to help it out. Let me get rid of some of those for you. And then your immune system's like, cool. Now I can go, deal with this issue over here, right? You can do that. Um, how do you get rid of stress? Yeah, I don't, yeah, that's a bigger topic. But maybe you take a few deep breaths here and there. Maybe you find your ways. You go on your walk. You put on some soothing podcast or story that you're listening to. Like, just be aware of the fact that, am I constantly engaged in drama? Am I constantly tapping into problems and on text messages with people with problems and just nonstop problem? Or, can I step out of that? Can I stop and like chill for a minute? Can I go watch a bird in a tree? Can I watch the clouds go by? Can I listen to the ocean, watch the ocean, right? Like, can I go hug somebody who makes my whole nervous system soothe? Like, what do you need to do to take yourself off, free yourself off the stress, you know, train? Again, we're humans on the planet. It's going to be there. It's crucial that we learn to live in a world that has stuff going down, and we do it in a way that doesn't sacrifice or compromise our well-being the best we can, because again, you don't always have control over it. Let's see, since I don't have my notes, I tell you, maybe it just wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. I wasn't supposed to have them. I must have like erased. Oh, you know what, here they are. I think they're right here. That's not even very helpful. See, why do I bother with notes? Um, let's see what else we have on there. We have some recipes that are, I think there's a healing soup recipe in there. I even have a immune boost for kids in there because, that's another little germs walking around, little walking germs. Um, I know I can't remember everything, but that's what the guide's for. But in this show, it's really just I want the attention to be drawn to the fact that you you have all these beautiful, perfectly perfect tools available to you, and you're made with them, and they're made to work um, with this, work with these, I guess, what foods and I don't know. They're made to work, right? We're just trying to get out of their way. And the more aware we are of how that works, the better off we're going to be, and the less dependent we are on, there being someone outside of ourselves that has to fix this for us, or it's like, of course there's times where you need that, but like if you can know this and you can live it and be one who is like, let me think about that shield for a minute, and where do I feel like, am I really diminishing my immune system, and am I vulnerable right now? Am I vulnerable? What can I do to make myself less vulnerable to invaders in my body? And what can I do to keep myself well? Um, then you're kind of ahead of the game. You're ahead of the game versus waiting until you've got nothing left. You have no resources, you have no tools, you have no idea how to take care of yourself. You don't know how to take care of yourself. You don't know what's real, what's not. And now we're in the emergency room because that seems to be, I'm sorry, I won't bring up those, but yeah, you do. You just are like, well, I just have to go to the emergency room because that's the only thing my insurance covers, and I have to sit in there for 9 hours, and then they go in there and they don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, I've just heard it so many times. I just can't help but to say that story. It's just the same story. And who wants to do that? Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that. We don't want to be in the doctor's office. You don't want to have to go there. So let's be ahead of the game and try some of this stuff. And something fun is that I want to do a little fun thing with you, and it would be like a challenge that we're going to do around our immune system, and we're going to do it in this group. It's going to be probably like just 5 days, but totally free. And the intention behind it is just to help encourage and show you how easy and how doable, um, adding some lifestyle shifts or adding some new things to your life that support your immune system, which in return supports your health and well-being, which means you get to have your life and your freedom from, you know, illness and whatever's going around. And we're gonna try to do the best we can. um but yeah, it's gonna be a challenge in this group, so please keep your eyes out for that, and I'll be giving you some opportunities to actually sign up for it and participate. And that guide that you download is going to be used as part of the guide for that as well. So next week, the plan is to talk about rest and I had to look. Good thing I had it here. Rest and resilience. Yeah. I think maybe start looking at your something we might need more than ever now, but maybe just take this week. You can check out where you stand with your own rest and resilience. But let's talk about that next week. Okay. Anything else? Nope, my notes don't say anything else. We just talked about the upcoming immune challenge, and I'm going to invite you to go ahead and apply some of those tips that I shared today. And I would absolutely love for you to share it with me if you do. Share it. You can message me, you can tag me, take a picture. I want to see maybe some like uplift immune hashtags or something, immune uplift hashtags or whatever you want to do. But that sounds fun to me. And I think I mostly said it wasn't like a smooth flow, can I just say today? Wasn't that smooth, but I did get the information out, but it still doesn't quite feel super normal or natural. And I do just really much prefer just to be like, you know, heart babbling. But that's okay. I'm learning and it's uncomfortable, but we're going to get through it. I hope. Thank you for being here with me and thank you for getting through it with me. And yeah, I hope that in this process, you guys get so much out of the information I'm sharing, because the information I do care about, and I really do. It means it's everything. It's what I just live to get out into the world. Is you do have what it takes to be well and have a good, happy, healing life. And just stepping up and saying, like, I got that, I see that, I want that. That's a big difference. And, being open minded and open heart when you're here, being open to hearing new things that maybe you haven't heard before, things that maybe are different than what you've heard before. Just practice your discerning muscle of feels real, what feels true for you. I hope you get to practice that here and hopefully absorb something new and something that really can be a game changer for you in your health and your well-being and your future and your happiness. Did I leave anything else? And yeah, okay, that's all. All right, that's all we got for today. Hope you have an amazing week, and we'll see you soon. Okay, bye for now.